A reading from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 15, no commentary. As soon as morning came, the chief priests and the elders and the scribes, that is, the whole Sanhedrin, held a council. They bound Jesus, led him away, and handed him over to Pilate. Pilate questioned him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" He said to him in reply, "You say so." The chief priests accused him of many things. Pilate then again questioned him, "Have you no answers? See how many things they accuse you of." Jesus gave no further answer, so Pilate was amazed. Now on the occasion of the feast, he used to release to them one. On the occasion of the feast, he used to release to them one prisoner whom they requested, a man called Barabbas, when he was in prison along with the rebels who committed a murder in a rebellion. The crowd came forward and began to ask him to do for him as he was accustomed. Pilate answered, "Do you want me to release to you the king of the Jews?" For he knew that it was out of envy that the chief priests are handing him over. But the chief priests stirred up the crowd to have him release Barabbas for them instead. Pilate again said to them in reply, "Then what do you want me to do with the man you call the king of the Jews?" They shouted again, "Crucify him!" Pilate said to them, "Why? What evil has he done?" They only shouted the louder, "Crucify him!" So Pilate, wishing to satisfy the crowd, released Barabbas to them, and after he had Jesus scourged, handed over to be crucified. The soldiers led him away inside the palace, that is, the Praetorium, and assembled the whole court. They clothed him in purple and waved a crown of thorns placed upon him. They began to salute him with "Hail, King of the Jews!" and kept striking his head with reed and spitting upon him. They knelt before him in homage, and when they had mocked him, they stripped him of the purple cloak, dressed him in his own clothes, and led him out to crucify him. They pressed into service a passerby, Simon, a Syrian, who was coming in from the country, the father of Alex and Rufus, to carry the cross. They brought him to the place of Golgotha, which is translated place of the skull. They gave him wine drugged with myrrh, which he did not take it. Then they crucified him and divided his garments by casting lots for them to see what each would take. It was 9 o'clock in the morning when they crucified him. The inscription on the charge read against him, "King of the Jews." With them they crucified two revolutionaries, one on his right and one on his left. Those passing by reviled him, shaking their heads, saying, "Aha, you who would destroy the temple and rebuild it in 3 days. Save yourself by coming down from the cross." Likewise, the chief priests, the scribes, mocked him amongst themselves, saying, "He saved the others, yet he cannot save himself. Let the Messiah, the King of Israel, come down from the cross, so that we may see and believe." Those who were crucified with him also kept abusing him. At noon, darkness came over the whole land until 3 in the afternoon, and by 3 o'clock Jesus cried out in a loud voice, "Alo, lima sabachthani, sakaphathani," which is translated, my God, why have you forsaken me?" But some of the bystanders who heard it, "Look, he's calling Elijah." One of them ran, soaked a sponge in wine, and put it on a reed, and gave it to him, saying, saying, "Wait, let's see if Elijah comes to take him down." Jesus gave a loud cry and breathed his last. The veil of the sanctuary was torn from top to bottom. When the centurion who stood facing him saw how he breathed his last, he said, "Truly this man was the Son of God." There were also women who looked from a distance. Among them were Mary Magdalene, Mary, the mother of the younger James, and Joseph, and Josie and Salome, and women who had followed him when he was in Galilee and ministered to him. There were many other women who had come up with him to Jerusalem. When it was already evening, since it was the day of preparation, the day before the Sabbath, Joseph of Arimathea, a distinguished member of the council, who was himself awaiting the kingdom of God, came and courageously went to Pilate and asked for the body of Jesus. Pilate was amazed that he was already dead. He summoned a centurion and asked him if Jesus had already died. And when they learned of it from the centurion, they gave the body to Joseph. Having brought a linen cloth, he took him down, wrapped him up in the linen cloth, and laid him in a tomb that had been hewn out of the rock. Then he rolled a stone against the entrance of the tomb. Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of Josie, watched him as he was laid. Okay, chapter 16. Thank you for your time. Have yourselves a lovely evening. We'll see you there. Thank you.